1, 2, 3. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ginela, and in this video we will be covering your finances. We will be covering any financial blockages that are preventing you from reaching your goals. We're going to be talking about your relationship with money, and we're also going to find out what money is coming our way and how we can capitalize on that abundance. Now, as always, make sure to follow your intuition. If some things don't resonate with you, leave them. Don't fight so hard to try to make it make sense. But please keep an open mind and an open heart, as some things might not resonate right away, but might eventually. So we've got 4 piles of cards here. We have pile number 1, Cinnabar or Cinnabrite, pile number 2, Prehnite, pile number 3, Emerald, African Emerald, and pile number 4, we have Rutilated Quartz. So I want you all to pick 1, 2, 3, or 4, and once you have chosen your pile of cards or your stone, then you can fast forward to the timestamp that's in the description box below and find out a little bit more about your financial blockages. Okay, for those of us who have chosen Cinnabar or Cinnabrite, the first star I see tonight, Cinnabar is named after cinnamon, I believe, and cinnamon is actually a very, very good prosperity spice, so try to incorporate that into your everyday cooking, everyday life, whether it's incense, burning literal cinnamon sticks, or just having the dry spice and putting it in your coffees, and like just putting a little dash in literally anything that you make, that actually aligns your energy with money and prosperity. And I feel like, it is getting colder if you're in the northern hemisphere. I've got this cozy sweater on, so yeah, it's not that weird if people see you putting cinnamon and everything. But anyways, let's get to your reading, guys. We have the first card here, which is an oracle card from Doreen Virtue's abundance deck. I can't remember what the actual name of it. I think it's something about money and abundance. But let's see what we have for you guys. Raise or promotion. Congratulations. An increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. Now, I can't help but think that some of you have been working really hard and praying, or wishing, hoping, praying really hard, and working pretty hard as well for this promotion or this raise, and you've been putting in the work, you've been making sacrifices, so really congratulations. But I do feel like for a lot of you, you've actually just been listening to yourself more, and you have been more authentic. You've been aligning with your true self, and you have made sacrifices in a sense where you have chosen long-term goals over short-term gratification or instant gratification, or instant pleasures or bad habits. You've really made sacrifices in that sense. But one thing you have not sacrificed is your integrity, your authenticity, and your staying true to yourself. I feel like it's definitely, I feel this energy where you guys are saying no to things that you don't want to say yes to, and you're really just, there's such confidence and such such a glow about you, where you really are so comfortable and confident in yourself and in your decision making, that you believe in yourself, you have faith in yourself. And definitely I feel like you are not just putting faith in yourself, but maybe putting faith in, whatever God you believe in, putting faith in the people support system around you. I feel like there's definitely like a really healthy support system around you, and that's not by accident. You guys have put in the work and you've made the right decisions to put that all in place, and you really have truly deserved the success, and you are really on a good level when it comes to your vibration. Like, you guys are keeping it real, you guys are down to earth, and you're doing the work. You're actually making very good decisions, and I mean, so far so good. Like, you literally are getting a raise or a promotion, so keep up the good work, as the card says. But let's see what else we've got going on. And by the way, guys, we're pulling, I've pulled already 2 tarot cards, and I'm going to be pulling a couple more from this deck, the Rider-Smith Tarot deck, as a live sort of reading, because I feel like each reading and each, like all the cards that I pull for each pile, they are meant to be with that pile, but at the same time, by the time I get to the last one, the 4th pile, there are cards missing from that deck, and I feel like those cards are not meant to be in that reading for the 4th pile, but at the same time, I wanted to give every pile sort of a fair chance by maintaining the integrity of the deck and all the cards intact, so that when I shuffle for each one, we have an even playing field, and we have literally all the cards in the deck available. Sorry, that was a little aside, but I just want to keep you guys in the loop. So let's see what else we've got with these pre-selected cards that I have shuffled beforehand. Let's see what we've got. Okay, we have the 4 of Wands in reverse. And so this is fire energy, and this card to me represents any financial blockages that you still might have. And to me, this is, I feel like definitely there's still a little bit of scatteredness when it comes to your energy. And so I feel like you are, being very disciplined and actually very diligent with what you're doing, but I feel like the end goal is still fuzzy and blurry, and that's okay. But I just feel like this raise or promotion could have come a little bit quicker if you maybe had clearly identified your end game. And I feel like even now, to this present moment, it's still not 100% clear what you want. And again, that's totally okay. You're still figuring that out, which is great. Just as a little warning, because I mean, this is a general reading, so this is not for everyone, but I do feel like sometimes just putting in work, is productive, but sometimes just doing the work solely to reach a goal, or solely to keep going in that direction, is not always going to be the best for some people. I do feel like sometimes you can kind of go on this tangent and go down this one path, and it's important to always like keep an eye out and be on alert, because I feel like definitely you guys have been making sacrifices and you've been saying no to a lot of things, and you've been kind of putting on your blinders and going straight, just marching forward, which again is great if you are 100% sure of what your goal is. But I mean, keep that up. But for some of you, you do have to really just take a look around once in a while and see what else there is, and like keep learning, constantly learn and strive to adapt, because this might be what you want right now, but maybe 5 years down the line you you could change your mind clearly, and you could think, 5 years ago, I, had this opportunity, but I wasn't really aware of it. I didn't pursue it, that kind of thing. And so I feel like there is a little bit of conflict here, a little bit, because you don't want to get scattered in your energies, okay? But at the same time, I feel like you want to just keep a lookout for present opportunities. I do feel like there is an opportunity for you to diversify your assets and your source of income without losing your eye on the prize. Okay, I feel like you guys are very good at listening to your intuition, so I feel like this shouldn't be a problem with you figuring out what is worthy of your time and what isn't. Just I feel like some of you, or you have this tendency sometimes to be so tunnel vision, like narrow-minded, not in a bad way, but just like you're so focused, laser focused on something that you kind of maybe miss out on the opportunities that are around you, that are like not even, they won't even sidetrack you that much. It's actually just very easy to you. And that could have been a way to sort of profit or to learn a new experience or something like that, but you just totally dismissed it because you were so focused on what was right in front of you. All right, let's see what else we've got going on. And before I move on, I do feel like this razor promotion was a definite direct result from you being tunnel visioned, so it's not a bad thing by any means. I'm just sort of reminding you all that you're not stuck on this path. You're always there's always room for you to grow and for you to take little detours or to change your path completely. It's up to you. All right, we also have the 6 of Wands again. We have Wands, fire, 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 fire energy. So I feel like some of you have a lot of desires and urges and callings, and you guys, and you're kind of not allowing yourself to pursue them, to be honest. By the way, I love this tarot card. I literally have this tattooed on me. But anyways, I'm seeing a theme here with, first of all, there's Wands energy, fire energy, and then I feel like there's just, there's a sort of, like, it's weird because you guys are definitely so, what's the word? So diligent, so hardworking. You guys are on the right path. You guys are doing great. But I feel like you guys have built sort of this like wall and bubble around you that anything that is completely unrelated to what you want, you just immediately dismiss, which I feel like is not necessarily the best thing for you right now. There's also, as you can see, a lot of black and white in these cards with a definite pop of blue and green. And blue and green is all about your communication, your throat chakra, and your heart chakra. And so I feel like there is definitely a need for you guys to just express yourself more, whether or not you have to pursue something financially, like career-wise, or in terms of making money that has to do with expressing yourself, or just finding outlets to express yourself, because I feel like there is a potential for burnout, or you getting bored, or you just kind of finding yourself again, like in 10 years or 5 years or whatever, 2 years, 1 year down the line, and just kind of looking around and being like, okay, I'm here, now what? And like not really knowing what to do, or just sort of not really being happy, like you've reached some sort of goal, whatever that is, if you figure it out, and then you just complete that goal for the sake of completing it. You know what I mean? So if like strictly money is just your goal, then I feel like you'll reach that goal by just trotting forward. But I feel like you will be sort of missing out on, even greater opportunities for financial gain unless you be a little bit more curious and active in your immediate surroundings. All right, so that was a lot of talk, but let's see where we can actually find new sources of income or resources coming our way. We have the world. So literally the world is your oyster, and you have so much room to grow. You have a lot of talents that you're not tapping into. You have a lot of opportunities literally just around you that are going unnoticed by you. And we have the Six of Wands again in reverse. So it came up twice, guys. Six of Wands in reverse. And the Six of Wands is typically a card of victory, of success, but it has this connotation of community and like returning back to home, triumphant, like getting in touch with your roots. And when it comes reversed twice here, I feel like this is both your strength and your weakness. I feel like you've sort of separated yourself from the people who you grew up with, or maybe, people you went to high school with, or people who come from a similar background to you. And you sort of separated yourself from them, made your name, and completely made an example, and sort of paved your own lane in a way. But I feel like there needs to be a little bit more connection. It has to come full circle. And with this World card, I feel like that message is being reinforced as well. Listen to what your peers are saying. Listen to what they have to say. Because while money is a great indicator of your success right now and you're being rewarded by this raise or promotion, you do want to listen to what real, actual people are saying in your field or around you. Listen to them to improve for the long run. You will have to expand. You will have to get out of your comfort zone, because I feel like you have been like trotting down this line and it's become like clockwork to you. It's become very mechanical, and you follow this to the T because the formula works, and because you know that if you just keep doing this, then you're going to, you calculated and you're going to get X, Y, and Z at these points in time, and you've got it all figured out. But that's not really sustainable, and that's not really why you're here. I feel like you're being called to express yourself more and to find ways to express yourself, to connect with people around you, to have more of that human connection, and to learn more about the world. Because right now, I feel like you guys are just, again, doing the formula because you know it works. But there's more to life than that. That was kind of a weird message for this kind of reading, so I'm sorry if that's not really what you expected to hear. But I mean, I feel like you're not going to be disappointed because you literally have this raise or promotion anyway. So if it's all just about money, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you want growth and abundance in a more complete sense, and even if you just want more money actually as well, because it's going to be beneficial for you and it's not conflicting, they're actually synergistic in their relationship. But yeah, definitely get to know what people are thinking, like ask people for their opinion, like do a little bit of research in that sense. And just know that you have escaped and you've survived hardships and things like that, but that doesn't make you better than other people. And I guess just there's this need to connect more with other people, and that will lead to more resources, because I do feel like you guys are supposed to be very successful, and you are doing that in a very traditional sense, but there's a lot more money to be made and a lot more growth for you when you just take a look around and diversify. Diversify is the word. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that was helpful for you. If you found it helpful or insightful, then please give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what you thought of it. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Okay, for those of you who have chosen Prehnite, let's see how you are doing financially. Okay. First card is an oracle card from Doreen Virtue's oracle deck about money and abundance. And we have partnership. So allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. Okay. So, right off the bat, I just want to say that you have been trying to do this alone, whether or not you realize it, but you need help. You need a little bit of help, and we all do every now and then. It's totally okay to ask for help. It's totally okay to work with somebody else, to collaborate with someone else. It's not even... I don't even know why there is sort of this mentality where people feel like they have to do everything themselves. They want to have that title of like self-made. Nobody is self-made. Nobody is an island. We all need people. Nobody has every single skill mastered. And I feel like in your situation, this is not the case where you are leeching off somebody else, or you're, benefiting off someone else and they're not getting anything. This is a mutually beneficial partnership, a collaboration. And I feel like it's important for you to energetically and internally embrace that you will be partnering with someone, or just embrace the fact that you're lucky enough, you're blessed enough to be able to partner with people. Now, the key words here are healthful and supportive. All right, so I do feel like there needs to be a reminder of the responsibility which falls on you to, do your homework and to do your due diligence, and to make sure that you are choosing not even specific partners, but that too, but just environments that are healthy and supportive. So I do feel like some of you might be allowing yourself to be sort of taken advantage of, or you're kind of getting the short end of the stick, or you're putting in more effort, more work than the compensation allows for, or than the compensation, is. And I feel like with that, you sort of literally sell yourself short, and you will never win in the end. So definitely, I feel like finding people and partnerships and environments and situations that support yourself and your talents, your expertise, and your levels are extremely important, because when it comes to money and when it comes to finances and career, what you have in this material world, all those things, it is a direct reflection of your self-esteem. Because when you have the healthy self-esteem, you will be able to set boundaries, you'll be able to set goals for yourself, to follow them, to, complete them, to follow through, execute them. Okay, let's move on. So we have the Mother of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Daughter of Swords. Okay, so right off the bat, we have Earth energy. Pentacles are symbolic of the material world, of finances, of physical things. And then we have the Daughter of Swords, and swords represents air energy, all about the mind and sort of ethereal or immaterial things. And this is all about the mind, all about the thoughts. And so I feel like there's an interesting dynamic here between your thoughts and how they affect your physical 3D, like your actual reality. I feel like some of you have maybe not had the best examples when it comes to money. Some of you have, been in wealthier sort of families, and especially a mother figure, but any sort of parental figure, they may have just sort of been irresponsible with money, and so you haven't really, you don't have the best relationship with money. For others of you, you've never had somebody who could show you how to be responsible with money, not because they had a lot of it and they just blew it or were irresponsible with it, but because they were in financial stress or in situations where they really couldn't make any financially great decisions because they didn't have the financial freedom to be even making those decisions. And so I feel like there is definitely a foundation of not like a little bit of irresponsibility with money, but that's what you saw, that's what you were exposed to very early. And with this Daughter of Swords, I feel like you still sort of fall prey to those sort of habits and that mentality. And I feel like you're still sort of holding on to that lifestyle or that sort of way of thinking, those spending habits, and it's literally like you're holding the sword and you're bleeding money because of it. So it's to your detriment that you're holding on to this. It's not as hard as you make it out to be. Like, I feel like you're putting so much pressure on yourself, and I feel like you kind of take on this mentality where things are just happening to you. But when you take ownership over them and you realize that you are in control, then you realize how simple it is, because it's up to you, and it's not these external factors that are doing things to you. It's up to you. You have the power. I mean, this is getting very deep because I feel like this relationship that you have with money goes far back. And I mean, healing the inner child or paying attention to your inner child will definitely help with these blocks. But right now, I do feel like it is time for you to take initiative, to take ownership, and for you to not be so embarrassed by your either inexperience or your lack of knowledge or your fear of money-related issues, and to reach out to somebody. And again, you want to be mindful of who you're reaching out to. You don't just want to trust anybody, especially with your finances, but just in general. Find someone you really trust, and again, make sure that if you're literally signing a contract, or if you're, discussing these things with people, make sure that it is mutually beneficial for you. If you feel like you are not getting what you deserve, and if you feel like they're not getting what they deserve, fix that. Whatever side of the coin you fall on, you want to make it as fair as possible. All right. Next, I want to pull 2 cards for finances coming in and how we can capitalize on that. So we have 2 cards just kind of wanting to be the center of attention appropriately with the Sun card. But we do have this 10 of Wands and we have the Sun in reverse. So taking on more responsibility will definitely be a way for you to increase the amount of income that you have coming your way. This card does it does kind of have this imagery of taking on a lot, and a lot being placed on your shoulders, being a little bit burdened by all of this. I definitely do not advise you to take on more than you can handle and to bite off more than you can chew. But I do feel like you've been kind of coasting, and you have been, not really coasting, because I feel like you guys have been actually doing work, but you've been trying to do it all on your own. But I feel like you've been coasting in a sense that you've been kind of laying low, staying under the radar, kind of not wanting to ruffle anybody's feathers. But I feel like now's the time, and it's time for you to kind of make a name for yourself, to be bold, to take on more challenges, and to have a little bit of that discomfort when it comes to your career, when it comes to the financial opportunities that you pursue, because you need to grow and you need to put on a little bit more weight, if that makes sense. Like, you're kind of wanting to stay at this level where you're kind of like a lightweight at the lightweight league, but you could definitely pull more weight. You know what I mean? Like, you can definitely get up there. You have a lot of potential and room to grow, and you have so much possibility. And I feel like there are people around you who can definitely boost you or prop you up. They can definitely do that for you. Just make sure that it is beneficial. And also, if there are people who want to push you up and to push you and catapult you into success or finances, make sure that, again, it is beneficial for them, because you don't want to be in a situation where you're owing them, or there's this sort of power dynamic where they got you to where you are. You know what I mean? Like, we all need help, but make sure that you're not putting yourself in a situation where you owe somebody like your whole life or your career. Make sure that you're partnering with people who don't have these intentions. And even if you feel like they genuinely do have your intentions, your best intentions at heart, and they're not going to do anything to screw you over later, and you trust them, make it beneficial for them as well. Don't let it just be one-sided. Now let's talk about the Sun card in reverse. This is a beautiful card. It is a major arcana card. And when it comes reverse in this reading, I feel like you're still definitely coming into who you are, what you want to stand for, what you want to pursue. You're still figuring it out. I feel like there's definitely a young energy. And if you're not necessarily young, you're definitely young when it comes to making the kind of money that is coming your way. I feel like you're going to be like, you're not used to the type of money that you're going to be making, and it's going to be great. You're going to sort of come into this, and you are going to have to learn. There's going to be a high learning curve. Clearly, it's going to feel like a lot, but you do have to put in that work if you want to, move up a weight class, and you want to be making more money. I feel like you're still definitely finding who you are, but I feel like that's okay. I feel like right now is a time for exploration, and it's a time for you not to pigeonhole yourself into one category, into one genre. I feel like right now you do want to be assertive, you want to be bold, but it's okay to sort of have someone take you under their wing. Again, make sure that you are benefiting them as well, so that you don't put yourself in a compromised position. And I feel like definitely people will realize and start to notice how dedicated you are, how willing you are to put in the work to sort of pay your dues. And honestly, soon enough, I feel like you guys are gonna be your bracket when it comes to money is gonna change. You're gonna go up, and I definitely see you sort of coming into your own and just spreading your wings and taking off. This comes with a lot of work, though. It's not as simple as that. You do have to show the initiative, and you do have to break the cycles that you've learned and the habits that you have ingrained in you. But it's again, it's not complicated. It's something that is totally within your reach. You are more than capable of handling this and owning this. All right, so you're still like metaphorical babies, and it's very adorable, your energy, and I can see why people want to help you. But just know that you are in control. You don't have to lose your innocence or anything like that. You can maintain that perspective on life, and that perspective when it comes to money. But just know that you are going to have to not completely rely on other people. It's time for you to actually step up, handle more responsibilities, take on more responsibilities, show people that you are willing to put in the work and take initiative. And honestly, I feel like money is going to be coming to you immediately after that, and you're not like the type of money that you're going to be making is not anything you're used to. So it's going to be great. Very happy for you guys. If you like this, please give this a thumbs up and comment what you thought of this. Let me know how it goes too. Give me an update at some point. Other than that, I think that's it. See you guys in the next one. Bye. So, for those of you who have chosen emerald, you guys have good taste. Sometimes the cards and the stones choose us, so I feel like you guys still have good taste anyways, but let's get centered here. I do invite your angels, your spirit guides, anyone who wants to come forward to please join us in this reading to help you in whatever financial situation you are in. All right, we have the first card, which is a Oracle card from Doreen Virtue's Money and Abundance deck. And the message for you guys here is detox your friendships. Very straightforward command or suggestion, friendly suggestion, let's say. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. Inspiring, generous, and supportive. I mean, definitely always a good idea to surround yourself with positive people, generous people, inspiring people, and absolutely supportive people. I don't want to be, telling you that if someone is, making less money than you or anything like that, that you should drop them as a friend. That's not what this card is saying. I feel like there are certain mentalities that people have, people who are very bitter, cynical, and negative for no reason or overly so. I mean, it's okay to, vent and to talk about those things every once in a while, but you can tell when someone is being just negative all the time. Yes, if they're a good friend of yours, you should try to help them, but at the same time, I feel like this card is calling you to be a little bit more selfish, for lack of a better word. You're called now to be more attentive to your needs, to treat yourself better, and to, think about this. I don't know, I'm not a parent, I don't know if you are, but just think about how protective a mother or a father is of their child. You wouldn't want your child to be interacting with people who you think are bringing them down or who are, toxic. And I feel like we really need to, especially this generation, we need to parent ourselves and heal our inner child. And we need to treat ourselves a little bit, not like a child, but like our child. And what I mean by that is we need to protect ourselves more in a way that you would protect a child. And so if you wouldn't want, if you don't think that you're in a healthy situation, or you don't think that you're surrounded by the best people, you need to be stricter and put your foot down and detox your friendships, detox that environment. And it sounds dramatic, like detox the negativity out of your life, but it's an essential thing that we have to do, and it's uncomfortable, and it takes a lot of courage to do so, because you have to have enough confidence in yourself to boldly say, hey, this is not right for me. And even to make that decision is a big step, and it's a big deal in itself. And then going on and making the decision and actually taking the steps to detox that person out of your life, or that situation out of your life, or to remove yourself from a situation that is not healthy for you, that takes a lot of courage, like an insane amount. It's a lot. And so I feel like it's definitely something that is not easy, and I feel like a lot of people kind of let a lot of things slide and go under the radar, and they just kind of sweep it under the rug. But it's definitely important, especially, if you've clicked into this video, you want to change, you want to make changes in your financial situation, or you're just curious, which is fine too. But if you are serious about making changes and attracting more money and abundance and growth into your life, then there has to be a purging, a cleansing, so that you can make way and make room for more blessings to come into your life. Okay, let's see what else we've got. For your financial foundation, I have here the Chariot card, which is a major arcana card, and it's definitely interesting. The Chariot card to me always represented strong will and almost like a domineering, sort of disciplined, very hardcore sort of energy. And I definitely feel like there has been sort of this steadfastness in strong work ethic instilled in you. And so it's very easy for you actually to put in the work and to make a profit off of that. When you decide that you want to do something, you do it. And when you put your effort into something, it usually succeeds, or at least it definitely gives you the result that you set out to do. So I feel like you're very hardworking, and you're very, you're no stranger to hard work and to discipline and to structure. And I feel like you have typically made very good decisions when it comes to your career and also just your everyday life. Like, you have very good common sense. And so I feel like it's very difficult for you sometimes to admit that you're allowing certain things to slide and to go sort of unchecked. But it is very important now to do these things to check what situations you need to remove yourself from, and who in your life you need to maybe not cut off completely, but at least sort of spend less time with or slowly distance yourself with. And it's important to create those healthy boundaries if you do want changes in your success and in your financial situation. I feel like for some of you, you could be, putting in a lot of work and getting a lot of compensation for that, which is great. But then I feel like because of the situations that you put yourself in and the people you surround yourself with, you sort of either like lose the money, your budgeting goes out the window, you might not even budget at all, or just because of, your lifestyle or the people around you influencing you, you tend to spend more money than you really should, or you could really be saving more money, and just sort of building onto your financial independence and your empire or what have you, if you didn't associate with these people. Now, obviously, people are, you are entitled to your, to your own recreational activities, obviously. And that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying, you have to be a hermit and not spend any money at all on things. But I'm just saying that you want to maybe have a look at what you're spending your money on, and are these things really necessary? Are you even enjoying these things? Or are you just doing it to please other people, or to not disappoint them, or because you're so used to doing these things? Like, is it actually benefiting you, or are you just doing it to do it? Okay. And we have the Father of Wands in reverse here. So I see mainly there's black and white energy here, black and white cards, and then we have just like pops of orange, red. We have red, orange. So all around the lower chakras, the sacral and the base or the root chakra. So I feel like there are issues with you sort of standing up for yourself, you sort of feeling secure enough to set these boundaries, or secure enough in yourself to make the decision to sort of spend less time with someone, or to cut somebody out of your life. And I feel like you're sort of selling yourself short a little bit, because you have a lot of talent and you put in a lot of work, and you need to be more comfortable in sort of owning your power. I feel like some of you are sort of playing small, and you're kind of diminishing and kind of minimizing your power, your influence, your situation. Like you've earned your stripes, and you shouldn't let anybody walk all over you. You shouldn't let anybody dictate what you do with your money or how you act. I feel like there needs to be a little bit more confidence in yourself, and a little less apologies for doing what you want to do. Okay? I feel like some of you have to speak up more, and I get it. I can see why you just don't want to get involved in that drama, and you don't want to like put somebody in their place if you don't have to. But at the same time, it is healthy to do that, because when you're sort of like energetically speaking, and in terms of manifestation, if you keep letting people get away with that, with sort of making you look dumb or making you look small, walking all over you, or saying things that are not true, and letting them go on with this false sense of accomplishment, you're reinforcing that behavior and you're telling the universe that it's okay and that you are supporting this. This is what you want. This is the energy that you are aligning yourself with. This is what you're emanating. And that's not what you want unless you want to keep being small and you don't want to grow and you don't want to, step into this power. I feel like it's always better to realize your true potential and to step into it and to just go for it, just own it. Like, just turn your magic all the way up and just see where it goes. Because I feel like right now you're going along with things when you don't have to. You really don't. You're much better than that. So guys, I want to pull 2 more cards from this tarot deck. It's a full deck, so it's an even playing field. So let's see what we've got. And this is to address money coming in. And we have, what is this? The 7 of Cups in reverse here. So the 7 of Cups to me is all about illusion, deception, and sort of this sort of fantasy sort of reality. It's detached from the real world and what's actually going on. And when it comes reversed, I feel like this is either an excess amount of that energy or it's you breaking free from that energy. And so I feel like breaking free from that energy is definitely going to invite more abundance and more money to come into your life. I do feel like entertaining people or situations that sell you short and that do not benefit you and that do not do you justice are ridiculous, and they're not serving you. They're not serving anybody, because you might like want to harmonize and keep the peace and not want to ruffle any feathers of the people around you, but that's not helping them grow. That's just reinforcing their false sense of reality as well. So it really isn't helpful for anybody, and it's not good, because these people don't live in a bubble. They have to interact with other people as well. And I mean, I feel like we all have to be responsible citizens and keep each other in check. But anyways, we have this Ace of Swords also coming up. And so while these 2 cards here, the Chariot and the Father of Wands in reverse, were more about blockages in your foundation and kind of like the past, these 2 cards here, the 7 of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Swords in the upright position, are more about the potential and the future possibilities coming your way. And so again, with this 7 of Cups in reverse, I feel like there is definitely more success to be had if you really just, call it like it is, and you're not downplaying yourself, and you kind of bring everyone back to this reality, and you do respectfully put people in their place. Then really you are going to be no longer reinforcing this idea that you're just going to take people's ish and you're going to be, letting people walk all over you. And when you stand up for yourself and you eliminate that energy around you, then definitely more power is coming to you. And with more power comes more responsibility, but also comes more opportunity. And with this Ace of Swords, I definitely see more opportunity for you. And I feel like you're definitely going to lay down the law. You're definitely going to be sort of like you're going to have this new and improved attitude where people will definitely respect you more, and they're not going to dare walk all over you anymore, because you have stood up for yourself. You've stood your ground, and people are going to recognize right away your aura, your power. And it's very powerful, very, it's going to shine really brightly. It is definitely going to be something noticeable, and I feel like you're going to back up that energy with your sharp mind, because you definitely have the smarts, street smarts and book smarts, I feel like, and you have good judgment, you have good reasoning, and so I feel like people are going to respect you more. And with that, honestly, you'll be sort of exuding this sort of leadership quality, this confidence, and so people are going to want to listen to you. People are going to pay attention to what you have to say. You're going to have a lot more influence in what goes on around you, and of course that means you can sort of mold things the way that you want them to go. And with that, ultimately presents more profit for you, more abundance, more growth. I feel like you guys aren't going to abuse this power, though it is possible, obviously. But I feel like definitely I am glad to see somebody like you holding the power now and having people look up to you and being more of an authority sort of leader type of figure and to play that role, because I feel like you definitely are like you deserve everything that you have and you're going to do wonderful, amazing things with it. All right, so basically detox your friendships, detox your environment, and stand up for yourself, because I feel like you're just blocking yourself. You have so much skill and talent, so much to offer. You got great skills. Just stand up for yourself, stop playing small, and keep doing what you're doing, and you will be rewarded. All right, so thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, thank you. Please give this video a thumbs up. Comment anything you want down below. How did this resonate with you? Did it at all? What do you think? And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. All right, Rutilated Quartz. When it comes to money, let's see what your advice card is. This card is taken from Doreen Virtue's Oracle deck about money and abundance. So let's see what you've got. Okay, obstacles and blocks are lifted. Wow, thank you. All your good personal work and positive energy shifts have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Okay, I think that's the end of the reading. No, but great news. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. You have been doing the work, okay? You have been shifting your energy. You've been doing the inner work. You have been being honest with yourself. And because of that, rewards are coming your way. And this comes in the form of progress, forward movement with your projects. So amazing energy. And I feel like this comes mainly from you being centered in gratitude. So it says to make sure you just stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. And I feel like it's important to remember that you have attracted all of the success because you have been grateful for the things that you already have. And just that mindset is amazing that you have had this, because obstacles have been lifted. They're being lifted, which means you are already centered in gratitude, because that is what attracts abundance and finances and success. And so remember to stay in that space, in that energy. And just know that what you are doing right now is divine timing. It is what you are meant to do. And you are being called now to just stay centered in gratitude, to keep going, and to know that it will be more or less smooth sailing for you now. So whatever you decide to do at this moment in time, choose wisely and choose carefully, because whatever you put your hands on and whatever you decide to pursue, you will be met with success and forward movement. Okay, let's get a little bit of background though. Let's see what's going on. The Ace of Pentacles, definitely you are in fertile territory, fertile soil. This Ace of Pentacles is the foundation. It's the beginning of a huge success, a huge windfall. Maybe not like a windfall, because I feel like windfall kind of implies like an unexpected sort of, unexpected income of money. Like this is something that you have been working for. So it's the foundation, it's the beginning of like a big success in terms of like almost like an empire or something sustainable, something long lasting. Pentacles is earth energy, it's stable energy, okay? And when it comes to the Ace of Pentacles, this is like you are in a place, you're in the right place at the right time. You have literally hit bullseye. Like, you have got it right bang on the money, and you guys are really just right now preparing for receiving all of this abundance and this positivity, all this money coming your way. The Ace of Pentacles is such a beautiful card, especially when we have this card here, obstacles are blocked and lifted. You are literally in the best place to be right now, okay? So don't drop the ball. I don't mean to scare you, but make sure that you are making decisions that are right for you, and that you're pursuing every opportunity, because literally everything that you do will be successful. This is a general reading. I mean, I feel like people are still going to obviously have some troubles, but especially compared to what you're used to and what you've been dealing with in the past, all those blockages, you know, every sort of limitation that you've had is going to be gone, just removed. Okay, so you really have no excuse anymore to go and do what you want to do and to start that project. Because I feel like most of you are just in the beginning stages of like building or pursuing a project or something, but go and do it and make it what you want it to be. Don't worry about the external factors, because none of that is going to matter. It's going to work out. So make sure that it represents you, that you are being authentic, and keeping your integrity, because it will succeed. So is that something you want to be proud of, or just something that you want to succeed for the sake of succeeding? You know what I mean? Okay, let's see what else you've got. Okay, and this represents the blockages for all of this. Blocks are being lifted, of course, but I mean, there's going to be a little residual energy nonetheless. And with this 10 of Swords, it is a card of melodrama, a card of grief. And though this pain is legitimate and valid, I feel like there is a tendency for you to sort of focus on this when right now is honestly not the time. Stay centered in gratitude. Don't get tricked and sucked down the rabbit hole of feeling sorry for yourself and thinking of all the things that could have happened, or, you know, thinking of all the things that are against you. Because right now, those things are at a minimum. And despite what happened in the past, you're only now responsible for, well, you are responsible for the past as well. But right now, it is your responsibility to focus on what you are doing currently and how that's going to affect the future. So Swords is air energy, and that's all about your mind, how you think. So I feel like this pain and this sort of trauma that's going on here, that is real, but at the same time, you are sort of blowing it up in your head, and you are putting a lot more focus on this than necessary. I feel like you are sort of choosing to focus on this, and because of that, you are blinded by this pain, and you are blind to the opportunities that are around you. So please just make sure that you're not falling for that trap of feeling sorry for yourself. We have here Swords, and it's interesting that in this card here, I believe this is Archangel Michael, but with the blue and everything. And so I feel like he has a sword, and it's interesting because swords are really double-edged in a sense that they are symbols of strength, of power, but at the same time, they can hold power over you. And personally, these swords are symbolic of your thoughts, of your words, of your beliefs, and, you know, just all things in the mind, all things mental. And so while I feel like there is sort of this protection over you that is helping you, that is putting you in the right place at the right time externally, I feel like there is still this internal struggle, this internal debate, I guess, of whether or not you think that you are worthy of this. And I feel like you are worthy of this. You've been putting in the work. You've been, you've been working on yourself. You've been grateful, and you've been trying to shift your energy and to be in a positive place, which is not easy, to sort of put yourself and to be in this state of gratitude, of appreciation, and of humility as well. So don't let yourself fall for this trap, this trick of, thinking that you are not good enough. Okay, you have help, you have people around you who are supportive of you, and you have literally the universe and angels above helping you and rooting for you. So I feel like really it's all mind over matter. And the only thing, honestly, it's cliche, but the only thing blocking you from your success is you. Because everything else is aligned. It's lined up perfectly for you to succeed. All right. Now I want to pull a couple more cards for you from this Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And we're going to see where money can come from in your life. And we have this, Six of Pentacles. Great energy. This is you being charitable, you being generous with your money. I feel like because you're in such a great place, a focus shift from your struggles to other people's, and to kind of helping them out as well will help you feel better about yourself, and will sort of take away from your beliefs that you are not worthy, or that so much bad is happening to you. When you sort of have a little bit more awareness of what other people are going through and wanting to help them out, then that sort of shifts your energy even more. And I mean, if obviously don't forget about you and don't make it all about other people, but I definitely see you being more charitable to others and sort of sharing the wealth, sharing the success, which is always a great thing to do. And we have the Seven of Swords, which is so interesting. We have these Earth Energy Pentacles card, money, 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 and then we have Swords, which is an internal sort of thing. It's all about the mind. So externally, you might be, very fortunate. You could be experiencing more wealth, and things literally are going better for you. They're aligning, and it's going to be a lot easier. There's going to be less resistance for you to find success and for you to earn more money. Like whatever financial situation you're in right now, whether it's you wanting to start projects that are designed to make you income, or you want to find a job, or you want to find a better job, or you want to get more work, or you want to get a raise, that's going to be very easy at this time. What is going to be a little bit more difficult is behind the scenes, which is happening internally. So we had this Ten of Swords, which is a very dramatic card, and definitely a call to stay centered in gratitude, and to remember that to be grateful for what you have, and to always feel blessed with what you have. And then we have the Seven of Swords, which is a very interesting card. It's very trickster sort of energy, very deceitful. That's what this card is portraying. I feel like there is a potential for you guys to sort of abuse this power, to take advantage of this. And I mean, we have yellow in these two cards, and so it's to me giving off solar plexus vibes, all about personal power and strength. And so I feel like there's such a contrast between these two cards, where with the Six of Pentacles on top, it's like, yep, you're going to be giving donations, you're going to be, being more charitable with your money or your time. But then at the same time, we have this sort of, opposite end of the spectrum energy, which is you sort of running away with people's money and not even literally like stealing from them, but I feel like you're going to be either manipulating them in some way where you're using their beliefs, their either negative beliefs, self-limiting beliefs, and you're going to sort of twist that to benefit you. So hopefully that's not all of you, because I feel like, this is sort of giving me the vibe of like hurt people. And so we don't want that cycle to happen. But I mean, there is a possibility for that. We all have free will. So I would just advise you to remember your pain and not to try to inflict it on others, but try to lift them up to help them. And so, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of positive things going on in your life. There's the universe really helping you out. You're in the right place in the right time. And so with that comes the potential to want to prop yourself above others and to keep that status quo going by being less than moral or ethical. On the flip side, the Seven of Swords could be sort of reminding you to be wary of people like that. It might not necessarily be you and your energy, but I do sense that that is a possibility with this, especially since things will be going very well for you. There is that potential for that dynamic to happen. But for some of you who are just not capable of that, right? You want to be careful of other people trying to take advantage of you, because again, we see the contrast here with you being charitable to people and then people just sort of taking advantage of you and preying on your beliefs and your intention and your goodwill. They know that you want to give back and that you're doing well, and so they might be taking advantage of you. So be careful. You don't want to put yourself in the same situation where you are stabbed in the back, or you're betrayed, or you're feeling sorry for yourself, or people take advantage of you. Things are working out for you in your favor, and so people might latch onto that. They might start to take notice. You don't have to build a wall against yourself and like barricade yourself in your little castle, okay? But you do want to be careful that you are not taking advantage of anyone else, and vice versa. All right, so overall, I see you being very successful, and whatever blockages, whatever resistance you are feeling, whatever was stopping you from doing what you're doing, there really is no excuse anymore. It's time to do it now, because you will reap the benefits for that. It is time. It is your time to succeed, and you'll be seeing a lot more abundance coming your way. All right, so I hope that was helpful for you. If you found that helpful or insightful, or at least entertaining, then give this video a thumbs up and comment what you thought of this, if this resonated with you and how this relates to your life. I love hearing your stories and your comments. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.